The East Kazakhstan, one of my favorite places to visit. I've been fortunate enough to be able to visit this place on a number of occasions, each time experiencing new and fascinating places, mountain off-roads, endless forests, and purest lakes. This country is home to a long list of vast and beautiful landscapes for you to explore. In this video, I'll be providing an itinerary based on my multiple trips to this amazing country. We will be driving on a famous Austrian off-roads that runs through the mountains, explore magnificent highlands, while making sure to cover the most essential experiences along the route. So here is my take on how to spend 3 days in East Kazakhstan. Let's start from the most important aspect of the trip, the vehicle. For this trip, you will need a 4x4, since this itinerary will include some of the famous off-roads. In some cases, our way will be blocked by widely flowing mountain streams. Decision was to take a capable car, Nissan A4x4, that afford us felt at home on the rugged mountains. The car never let us down over the entire journey. However, there were a few minor issues that we had to manually repair. Despite on this, the car was able to handle some of the more difficult off-roads, as well as the weight of the 4 passengers and weight of the motorized inflatable boat. Based on our trip experience, I would highly advise getting something similar. Also, we recommend traveling in groups, at least 2 vehicles, as in case of emergency, the vehicle behind you can assist. Accommodation for this road trip will be hotels and guest houses located around the ring road. Personally, I opt a bit more comfort on my last trip, and we parked in the hotel in Ust-Kamenogorsk region because there is just nothing better than the nice warm bed waiting for you after a long way of driving. Also, the mentioned hotels includes full meals, spa services, and other amenities. The best time to visit the East Kazakhstan is during the summer period. That's when the area is the warmest and where the most things are accessible, including the multi-day treks and, more importantly for this trip, the off-roads. Here are some final resources that will be helpful for your road trip in this country. It's important to always check the weather conditions. For the most accurate weather updates, check windy.com. I also recommend to download an offline Google Maps before reaching the Old Austrian off-road, since mobile connection will be available along the route, giving you a good chance to track your exact location. All of these websites usually have an app version that you can download for your phone. Our itinerary will start from the Ust-Kamenogorsk city. From the airport, we will drive to the Ust-Kamenogorsk region, passing through the Osinovsky roadpass. Then we will turn onto the Old Austrian off-road and head to Markakol Lake. Then we will visit Marble Pass, and afterwards we will return to Ust-Kamenogorsk. As a result, we will make a long way around, near 1000 kilometers. We arrive in Ust-Kamenogorsk, take up our car and head to Altai city. On the way to following a section of 5672 km from the city, we enter to the Osinovsky road pass. This road segment connects the administrative center with the Altai region, and it also serves as a primary thoroughfare for tourists heading to coast of Bukhtarma artificial lake. By driving through this famed stretch, the spectacular scenery combined with the harping twists make it even more enjoyable and extreme. The road construction began in the post-war years. According to some sources, workers blew up tons of rocks and poured over 2 million cubic meters of earth into the track for 72 days. Since then, the road has steadily changed and asphalt coat has been poured on. Nowadays, the road is being maintained on a regular basis. The local drivers claim that the road becomes worse every year and the road slope begins to incline towards the edge. Two cars cannot pass each other on turns and situation becomes more worse in winter. The road has a significant transfer slope near the pass, which increases car sliding on the cliff's edge, especially during snowfall or ice. The road has already been declared unsafe by the local governor, and the construction of the straight highway to bypass the dangerous area was begun in 2015. Sunflower fields are one of the most remarkable sights in East Kazakhstan. The sunflower fields cover the vast swath of land. Numerous kilometers of lands are covered by sunflowers. Small copies of the sun bloom in July, turning hectares of fields into the bright yellow seas, in which people passing by love to take pictures. East Kazakhstan, one of the major producers of sunflower seeds and a supplier of raw materials for sunflower oil production in the country. The region contains more than 60% of Republican volumes of produced oil seeds. The Khaton-Karagay National Park is one of the largest natural reserves in Kazakhstan. The natural reserve is located in the country's east, in the southern Altai mountain system. This place is home to a diverse range of flora and animals, including all species listed in the Red Book. This zone's forests cover 1/3 of territory and dominated by coniferous forests. The national park was founded in 2001, and it was included to the UNESCO list of special nature reserves in 2014. This location is rated as one of the Kazakhstan's top 10 places to visit by both locals and visitors. After spending a day in Khaton-Karagay, we spent the remaining time driving along the Old Austrian F-road. After 10 kilometers from Chingistai village, we need to turn onto an earth road, and here begins the most exciting and colorful part of our journey. But let's start with a look at the road construction history. Sources say that the earth road was constructed during the First World War by Austrian prisoners of war. Therefore, the track was named the Austrian Road. In early September 1916, a foreign engineering battalion surrendered in the full force by Soviet Union military and was delivered to Khaton-Karagay district. About 300 individuals from the Khaton-Karagay side, in the same number from Markakol district side, worked on the road construction in opposite directions. The locals say that the road was designed by an Austrian engineer who had experience to build the similar tracks in the Austrian Alps. The road served as a foot artery between large areas. Also, the road was utilized to transport army units and weapons to secure border with China. The distance to the upper part of Burkhat Pass is 6 kilometers away, and it reaches a height of more than 2,300 meters, where each turn reveals a spectacular view of the Rocky Mountains clinging to clouds, sky-high gorges covered in forests. With each rise, air becomes clearer, giving the impression that you can reach for the sky. An observation desk with a panoramic view of the Bukhtarma Valley is located at the very top of the pass. In some places, the roadway is very narrow and it's difficult for two cars to pass on it. Having overcome the Burkhat Peak, we head down to the Karakoba River. This river will follow us throughout the trip, at the same time amaze us with its beauty and incredibly delicious water. There are 5 metal bridges with wooden covers will help us in crossing the river in various locations. Some of the bridges were damaged by mud flows that changed the river course. However, the bridges were repaired in 2015. Nowadays, the bridges are in good condition, but some of the coverings are already starting to crumble. Therefore, I would highly advise to drive carefully and slowly, and it's preferable if someone could assist the driver in staying on the cover. Some of the river courses don't have bridges, so you will have to test your A4x4 by crossing a mountain river. This road is a historical landmark and wildlife preserve, and location where you might test your car's capabilities as a driver. The Markakol is one of the most miraculous lakes in Kazakhstan. There have been many discussions about it, however only a small number of people have ever seen the Markakol. In literature and all tourist websites, the lake is described as a natural pearl, a lake of 100 rivers and springs, and an Alpine miracle. Geologists believe that the lake is exceedingly old, dating back to the glacial times, and is fed by the purest mountain rivers and even underground water. The lake is located in the mountainous area at height of over 1,500 meters above the sea level and surrounded by dense forests. In some places, its banks are covered with meadows and are partially cut off by high slopes. The Markakol Lake is oval in shape and elongated from north to south. It reaches 38 kilometers in length and 450 square kilometers in diameter, and the maximum depth reaches up to 14 meters. Despite the lake's remote locations from civilization, the poachers come here in search of valuable caviar. Therefore, a national reserve was established in this area. On August 4, 1974, the lake and its surrounding territories were designated as a National Natural Reserve. On December 11, 2007, the government increased the reserve land area up to 1,000 square kilometers. So it means that both fishing and using motorboat with a volume of 1,400 cubic centimeters or more are prohibited. In our case, we have been fortunate enough since our motor volume did not exceed the set values, and we were able to enjoy the insanely beautiful views around the lake. Having enjoyed the amazing natural beauties of the Markakol Lake, we decided to continue our journey to the Kurchum region, where we reached the Marble Pass, where you can enjoy an amazing view of the unique landscapes of the two states, China and Kazakhstan. From the China, we will be able to see the Akkum white sand dunes that extends to the Kazakh territory, which is largely covered by bushes and forests. The East Kazakhstan may appear like a little area, but it's full of many fascinating things. I can confidently say that our home is unique and it's worth experiencing for yourself, since the diversity of our natural resources is endless. Being the owners of such a gift, we have a huge responsibility to preserve the pristine wildness for ourselves and our future generations.